The Nether! Flint and Steel! Flint and Steel! Chicken Jockey! Chicken Jockey! Shut up! Just shut up!
So, the Minecraft movie, it's okay. I think we all, coming into the movie, thought it was gonna be like this, honestly. And, like, yeah, it's much more of a meme than being, like, an actual film. Jack Black's my favorite part of the movie, but Jason Momoa is also really great in it, too. And the villain,
laying down here. You really are the worst.
why the piglins, but whatever, it's fine, it's fine. Personally, I think the characters could have been fleshed out a lot more, and you could have shown more Minecraft in the Minecraft movie, you know, but like, yeah, I guess it's too much to ask. It's whatever. It's making its money back. Maybe we'll see it in the sequel, which is definitely going to happen. Would I say it's better than a movie like the FNAF movie?
The answer is yes and no.
But I mean, I would probably watch it more, if I'm gonna be honest. It at least makes more sense. Minecraft's much easier to make as a movie than the FNAF movie, because, like, you had to add lore to that, you know? And with Minecraft, it beat the Ender Dragon, and they couldn't even get that right, so it's okay, I guess. It's okay. Hopefully FNAF does better in the sequel, which, like, I might review that if I feel like it. Nah, I'm probably gonna do that. The villain was okay. I thought it was a little weird that it was just the piglins, but, like, that scene where she's dying and tries to stab Jack Black is pretty funny. So, there's that. Also, she killed Chungus. I'm a little mad about that. He was pretty chill, bro. He was pretty chill. You didn't do that.
Hey, Malgosha, what's going on?
Overall, 6 out of 10. It's okay. It could have been, like, 10 times better, but, like, with what they had to work with, it's alright. It's alright. At least we get memes out of it. This is a much shorter review, and, like, not really thought out much more of a, like, one shot. I might do another one of these if it gets enough traction, but, like, other than that, see ya. Jack Black's pretty funny. I hope he's in the next video game movie as a Jonesy. That would be cool.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know I was actually the official Captain America, so...
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
Well, I just got done watching the Thunderbolts, and I'm pretty sure we can say the MCU's back for like the 5th time in a row, but we'll have to see how that goes with Fantastic Four First Steps, which, spoilers, I guess, my bad. I find it kind of funny that most people went into this expecting the Thunderbolts to be like really bad, but now people are saying that it's cinema, essentially, which is pretty good. I think the MCU has needed a win for a good little bit, and the Thunderbolts was what it needed, and it succeeded pretty well. I thought the villain Sentry was really great, and the team of the Thunderbolts is really nice. You got Black Widow, Russian Captain America, Armed and Dangerous, again, and Bob. Yeah, it's totally not important, by the way. Oh yeah, there's also Ghost and Task. Never mind. Personally, I think the MCU's been missing this kind of story. Like, I'm pretty sure none of us expected them to beat Sentry because of, you know, him just being another Superman. But, I mean, they tried, I guess. And they technically did, so that's cool, I guess. I just like the dynamic. I think the dynamics between all of them are really nice. I think Red Guardian and a female Black Widow, what's her name? Yelena Belova. Yeah, wait, why is it asking if I want to know who shot JFK? I think her and Red Guardian are great, especially her. I think she sells the show for the most part. I also like John Walker. No, he cannot be Captain America. Stop talking. Ghost is okay, and who? Never mind. And Bob's kind of funny. He's cool. He's cool. I found the villain really nice. I like seeing Kate Bishop too. She was kind of neat in there. Oh yeah, and Bucky too. Why'd they let this man into Congress? You do know who Bucky is, right? Yeah, it might be a little weird, but if he's doing well in it, then that's cool too, I guess. Also, gotta love the promotion for Marvel Rivals. I can tell he's a fan. I feel like the characters are what sells the movie. Red Guardian's pretty great, and I feel like he steals the show, unless it's like Yelena Belova. I can't say that. I'm just gonna say she's female Black Widow. He's great for comic relief in it. I also think John Walker's pretty funny. Taskmaster, yeah, I don't think anyone really cared about her. I just have that gut feeling. I don't think they wanted her in this. Like, I'm pretty fine with it, honestly. I'm really hoping that they get like an actual good Taskmaster this time. That's a good way to retcon a character. But other than that, pretty good, pretty awesome. This is a more short review, just like Minecraft, but hopefully a little better. I give Thunderbolts an 8 out of 10. Can't wait for Fantastic Four. That it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm sorry, but here's the thing about that. Thunderbolts has shown that the MCU can make a good movie. I know sometimes people think that they can't anymore ever since Endgame, but like D's exist, so you know, I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing. For the most part, I don't know what She-Hulk was. In conclusion, Thunderbolts is really great. Character's really nice. Sentry was cool. I like the villain in it. She was cool. Yeah, can't wait for Fantastic Four. It better be fantastic. I screwed it up. Oops.
But Tina's not good with the customers.
Bob, I'm good with the customers.
Not really.
I'm great with the customers.
She's autistic. She can't help it.
Yeah, I'm autistic.
Bob, just a sec. No, you're not autistic, Tina.
How many toothpicks on the ground?
Don't play this game again.
Come on, look, how many toothpicks?
No, it just involves me cleaning up toothpicks.
100?
Bob.
No.
100?
It's 3.
There's 3.
Okay, how many now?
Bob.
3.
No.
Ugh, you're the worst kind of autistic.
You can't even count.
Everything we know about dragons.
So recently I went to go watch the live action How to Train Your Dragon instead of the Lilo and Stitch live action movie, and
according to Disney, Ohana no longer means family. It means making a quick buck off of a faithful adaptation that's about as faithful as Bonnie Blue.
safe to say I made the right choice because this movie's actually good. Now, like, story-wise, obviously, it's just the first movie, but in live action, and I prefer that a lot more than, you know, Lilo and Stitch, which changes, like, literally everything from the original. Now, with it being a live-action remake, obviously some things are going to get changed, like, they removed the scene where Hiccup and Toothless wander into the village, but, I mean, I'm kind of fine with the changes because they're not really that bad. I think the only like controversial thing at the time was Astrid's hair being a different color. I mean, she talked less in this one than the original and makes it a little more hot now. Oh wait. Okay, had to make sure she's not a child. That would look very weird. Now, as a kid, I wasn't really that big a fan of the original. But after rewatching it, I can say it's pretty cool. Both are pretty good. I feel like you could honestly go with either version. It doesn't really like hinder any kind of enjoyment. They're both just kind of the same, and I'm fine with that. Both are just kind of the same and have the exact same amount of quality, and I think that's perfectly fine. The casting is pretty alright, and the performances of everyone's pretty alright. I mean, I'm not really a fan of Fish Legs because he just looks like Fire Fist from Deadpool 2, except bigger. And Rough Nut and Tough Nut don't really even look like they're related. They look like two different siblings which like I think is kind of a hindrance and pretty bad casting, but overall, like, the casting isn't that bad. Everyone does their jobs pretty well. There's a couple of scenes I think have gone a little better and been a little bit more impactful, but it's not like they're bad. The argument with Hiccup and Stoic after Hiccup fails to kill a dragon could have been a bit more impactful, but it's still not bad. I could deal with it, honestly. Overall, everyone plays their role in this movie pretty well. They even had the original actor who played Stoic the Vast come back, and he does just as great as he did in the movie. CGI in this movie is also really good. Although, it's kind of weird how most of the dragons are just realistic, and then there's just Toothless being, well, Toothless. I think it was a pretty good decision to do that, though, because, like, I feel like Toothless is the only one that wouldn't really benefit from a serious look. The dragons in How to Train Your Dragon have always been more of house cats than like actual furious beast. If you tame them, that is. They will definitely kill you if not. With all that said, I think the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie did really well. Finally getting a good live action movie is great to see. DreamWorks has always been the one to try and stick up to Disney anytime they can. With them already having thoughts of a sequel, I'm interested in seeing what this is going to do for DreamWorks. With this, there's a chance they're going to start making their own live action remakes. Maybe even better than Disney, hopefully. Let's not do Boss Baby 2. I'm really not in the mood for live action Alec Baldwin as a baby. Overall, I would say give this movie a shot. It's not really different from the original, but it doesn't really have to be. It's perfectly fine as its own like standalone movie. Standalone live action movie, if you will. For rating, I would give this an 8 out of 10. Without the live action factor, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10. But you can't get away with getting a 10 out of 10 if you're just a remake of an original movie, alright? With DreamWorks making live action movies, who knows what's next? Maybe we'll be getting live action Despicable Me. Ugh. Yeah, hopefully not that one. Tough nut.
Fuck caused all this with a Snickers bar? What type of final destination is this?
So I went to go watch Jurassic World Rebirth, and yeah, it's just another Jurassic Park movie. This video is coming out at the same time as the new Superman movie's coming out, so there's a chance this video might tank, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll be making a video on Superman anyway, so I'll look forward to that. Anyways, Jurassic World Rebirth. It kind of sucks. Probably at this moment in time is my least favorite Jurassic movie. Except, like, maybe Jurassic Park 3. I have no idea. I'll have to think about it more. But, like, this movie is just... They barely did anything with it, it feels like. Even with the excuse that, oh, this movie is supposed to be a soft reboot, they really didn't do much with their characters. They're all cool. Well, most of them are. But realistically, you just got Black Widow, evil businessman, the boat guy, the daughter, dad, boyfriend, other daughter, and then Disposables 1 and 2. That's it. They don't really have that big of a character to them. The boyfriend has some kind of character arc where it's like, whoa, he's not that bad of a guy, but they barely even go into it. He also has the craziest plot armor ever. I don't know why you would want to go out in the woods like that anyways, but okay. I also don't know why you'd want to get high out there, but that's you. That's not me, pal. Other than the boyfriend just being kind of lame, you got the businessman who tries to kill the daughter. The daughter calls him out on it. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oops, wrong clip. At the end of the movie, he just dies in like one of the lamest ways possible by the D-Rex. Also, I should mention, this is probably the worst dinosaur of the whole series.
You know your head looks like a dildo.
It had the most potential to be, you know, interesting, but they barely even fleshed it out. Its whole shtick is being a hybrid of a bunch of other animals, and mainly just dinosaurs. And it's actually what happened to the island in the first place. I don't know how you die because of a Snickers wrapper, but that's on you, I guess. It's just lame because they like barely show it off until like the very end, and it's just, I mean, yeah, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong, it's a dinosaur, so yeah, haha, it's so awesome and all that. But honestly, I feel like they could do a lot more with it. I'm hoping they're gonna do more in like sequels, which yeah, this movie's made like $318 million. Of course there's gonna be a sequel. What are you, stupid? Speaking of dinosaurs, they're in this movie. Not a lot, but I mean, yeah, they're in this movie, and they still look cool as ever, obviously. In this movie, they've actually added a more accurate design to the Spinosaurus, and yeah, it's cool, and it's probably the best part of the movie, because, like, all the other dinosaurs are just kind of there. That Velociraptor scene was kind of lame, not gonna lie. Hopefully the boyfriend's in the next one, and he has, like, insane amounts of plot armor. I feel like that'd be pretty funny, not gonna lie. I feel like the dinosaurs are starting to get a little too cartoony, like how they were in Fallen Kingdom. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's not bad for the time being, but I feel like at some point it might get like too noticeable and it might start like actually getting annoying. But right now it's fine. It's fine. I wish that wasn't the only scene with the Velociraptor though. Going back to the D-Rex, so let me explain. It's the very end of the movie. The D-Rex is about to kill everyone. The boat guy is like, hey, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. We have like a big dramatic scene where he goes and distracts the D-Rex. Yeah, it's so crazy. I expected him to die, and I kind of didn't want him to die, but then they get the boat ready, and it's still alive. What I thought would be common knowledge that he, die because it's a big old T-Rex. Oh, I'm sorry. D-Rex. My bad. I'm not sure if anyone will correct me. Just have to make sure. But, like, yeah, he's just perfectly fine at the end. Nothing happened to him. He's perfectly fine. Awesome, I guess. So now what? We're gonna change lives. That's it. The movie's over. We don't even know if it worked. We just know they're gonna try and change lives. Okay. Overall, Jurassic World Rebirth was just kind of disappointing. I feel like it could have been so much more, but it just wasn't. It was kind of rushed. The characters was just kind of lame. I personally just give it a 5 out of 10. Hopefully Superman does a lot better. And, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of hoping for it. Oh yeah, and Fantastic Four too. That'll be fantastic. Overall, yeah, 5 out of 10. Wouldn't particularly watch again, but it's not bad, I guess. Need to find a good way to end this. I'll see you guys next time. There's probably going to be more updates, and hopefully a big old video. That's the plan anyway. But yeah, bye. I love you.
Time has it been?
No.
What time has it been?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
Well, the day's finally here. I went to go watch Fantastic Four, and I gotta say, originally I was gonna make a review on the Superman movie, but it was kind of in like a rough time crunch, so I'm going to be making a video reviewing all of the Snyderverse DC films instead. If you want my review on Superman, really awesome. Just like this movie, actually. Anyway, seeing how I also technically teased this in my Thunderbolts review, I thought I might as well review the Fantastic Four movie as well. So, anyways, about the movie. Spoilers ahead for, like, the whole movie. I don't know why you're watching this review if you haven't seen the movie yet. Go watch it. It's really good. In fact, I would even say that it's still the best MCU's been. I was really hoping it wasn't gonna be like that thing where it's like the MCU's back, the MCU's not back, and all that. But yeah, Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts were good. We got 2 in a row. Now we had to go for 3. Hopefully that'll be well. So anyways, yeah, the characters, they're pretty. You got the Thing, which originally people were complaining about him when, like, he looks pretty cool. He looks comic accurate now, so that's awesome. I will say the trench coat, it looked off a little bit, but I mean, it still looked really cool. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird for that. Don't listen to me. I'm weird. I'm weird. The Human Torch was what I was kind of worried about, because like I thought Chris Evans was a better Torch, but this guy was still pretty good as the Human Torch as well. I feel like he could hold a torch to Chris Evans that wasn't fun, and do just as well, and he did a great job. One would even say Sue, obviously. Sue was really good too. She was awesome. And Reed, I really liked Pedro Pascal's performance as Reed. I thought it was really awesome. I thought it was even. Oh yeah, and there's Herbie, the best character in the movie. Don't fight me on that. Overall, I would say the cast is just as great, if not better, than the originals. I'm not talking about Fan Four Stick. Those guys were pretty bad. They weren't very great, or even, well, you know. Oh yeah, I like the Silver Surfer too. She was high, nice, and I think Johnny agrees with me too. Galactus in this movie looks awesome. Oh my gosh, I don't think they could have made him any better. Crazy to think that there's only one Galactus. So this Galactus was also the same guy that lost to Ryu in Fortnite. I also like the addition of Mole Man. He was a pretty cool character to watch. I really enjoyed his performance. Overall, I would say the cast was pretty good. Now we just need to see Sue Storm and Namor together. That'll be interesting. I'm also interested to see what they're gonna do with the child. And oh yeah, spoilers, but if you got this far, I'm assuming you've watched the movie already. I can't wait to see what they do with Doctor Doom. That's gonna be really interesting. That end cred scene was pretty awesome, not gonna lie. The second one wasn't impactful, but it was still pretty cool. With that being said, the MCU is so back. Every now and then they'll have a dud, but like with Superman, I'm pretty sure they already knew they had to lock in. I gotta say, it's fantastic.
Say that again?
It's fantastic.
Yes, it is. Guys, I got it.
That Travis, you work too hard. I'm worried you forget about me.
He has like a couple jokes he throws in there, which are kind of funny, but like, I just don't like serious Superman. He sounds more like a Brightburn than a Superman, to be honest.
Wow, this YouTube stuff is pretty easy. Huh?
If it isn't Larry. Still an alcoholic loser, I see.
Why are you here and how did you get in my house?
You left the door open.
Ah. Darn. Anyways, what are you doing here?
I thought I'd come visit and see how you're doing. Being your brother in all. And I'm on the run from the mafia and need a place to stay. So.
Now wait, hold on. What do you mean the mafia?
You know. Like those people who go after you owe them too much.
Yes, I know what a mafia is. What did you do to get hunted by the mafia exactly?
So, I was gambling at the casino, per usual, when the dealer caught me. Claw-handed.
Hilarious.
I tried to explain, but they weren't buying it. So, I ran out with all the money, and they decided to send the mafia after me. And now I'm here.
Ah. It sounds cool and all, however. It still begs the question. Why exactly would I allow you to stay here after everything you've done to me?
Because we're brothers and brothers have to stick together. Can't you find it in your heart to let me stay? Just for a little while.
Well. Anyway, back to what I was doing before I was rudely interrupted. Oh, for heaven's sake, I already said.
Alright, so I got the movie, kind of lame, not gonna lie. There was also a lobster with a top hat that walked past me. Do you know anything about that?
Where have you been? You've been gone for what feels like forever, and what happened to your eye?
Yeah, it was a long story, trust me. You want to do something?
You know, we could catch up and talk about what's been going on with you for the past.
You're right, I'll tell you about my thoughts on the FNAF movie. So anyways, it starts with
So, what now?
I don't know. I was kind of expecting FNAF to be like my big thing.
We could do that video about Thanksgiving.
It's December.
Oh. Darn.
Wait, I have the perfect idea.
Huh? It's perfect, right? Oh. So The Ginger Dead Man was a series made all the way back in 2005 and starred the Ginger Dead Man as he goes around killing people in a bakery and then a movie studio. And then in 1976, yeah, I know, makes sense, right? The movie was made all the way back in 2005 and ran all the way to 2011, with the last entry being Wild, but more on that later. The series was created by James Band, who also made the Evil Bong movies, which are also movies that exist. Yeah, if you can tell, this movie franchise is wild, so let's just get into it, starting with... So The Ginger Dead Man is about the serial killer who is put in death's row after killing this girl's dad and her brother at a diner. Before dying, though, he tells the girl that he'll be back. With that in mind, years later, after an accident involving a guy bleeding into some cookie dough that was left out by whoever this is, he's eventually turned into the Ginger Dead Man. What? You think that sounds great? No, you don't? Well, yeah, it's not very great. The movie mostly takes place in this old bakery that's supposed to be shut down because of reasons. And it's basically just a bunch of moving back and forth that leads to practically nothing. The Ginger Dead Man, you know, the guy that's part of the movie, isn't hardly even in the movie. I mean, he's there, I guess, and hey, he gets a couple of kills in there. They're pretty lame, but I mean, like, he gets some kills in there, and he is a guy with a sense of humor.
Well, it sure ain't the Pillsbury dope boy.
I said a sense of humor, not a funny sense of humor.
Well, it ain't Barney the Purple Dinosaur!
The characters aren't really anything to write home about either. You got this girl and her big strong boyfriend trying to get the place torn down. This country guy trying to do the exact same thing. The alcoholic grandmother, which is bonkers, I guess. And then the main character, who's the movie's supposed to be focused on. Oh yeah, and this guy, who's the best character in the movie. The Ginger Dead Man barely even interacts with a main character, who, you know, is supposed to be the whole reason he's alive in this movie. So we basically just waste 70 minutes to get like 2 minutes of closure. 70 minutes. Wow. I feel like I've lost years off my life. Overall, The Ginger Dead Man is just kind of a boring slasher with some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my entire life, and some of the lamest deaths imaginable. I didn't even mention the awful camera quality, but you can tell it's there. Overall, 3 out of 10. This guy's death was tragic, by the way. Now on to the next one. Oh boy.
Great work, everybody!
We're fading away, Calvin. All right, we need something big.
Better order up that third meal.
I got something better than a third meal, Scott.
This movie might be the worst thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Okay, so Ginger Dead Man 2 Bakery of Blood, or also called Passion of the Crust, which is weird they have 2 names, but I digress, is a movie not even tying into the first one. Like, there's a flashback of the first one, but other than that, it's basically just non-existent. Instead, it takes place in this movie studio, which doesn't really make sense with the name Bakery of Blood, but it does make sense for Passion of the Crust, I guess. But yeah, it's still pretty awful. Basically, the movie is about this guy who owns a movie studio that his parents used to own, and it's going under. With that going on, he shows this lady around with this little guy who is a fan of the older work. He then later turns out to be a bad guy who had this whole plan of getting rid of him and her now because she exists.
And ruined his father's movie studio. That was him! Kill him if you want, but please let me go!
And all this time I thought we were bonding.
Also, he can stop this guy from ruining these old franchises he loves. Oh yeah, and the Ginger Dead Man's here too, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, somehow the Ginger Dead Man is back, and it's never really explained, but he sure is here with probably the worst plot I've ever seen. Basically, he's trying to transfer his soul into a human body so he can become all-powerful or something. So that causes him to kill crew members, which consist of this one as well, and this guy's hand.
Come here, baby. That's it. That's it. Oh, arch your back. Arch your back. Hold still. You want to touch it? Oh, you. Oh, I'm pulling your hair. You want?
Yeah, this movie's weirdly sexual for some reason. I don't know. Overall, yeah, this is absolutely terrible. While the first one was kind of nothing, this one is complete garbage. I mean, the ending was kind of cool though, I guess. Basically, there's this guy who was a famous movie star or something, and at the end he kills the ginger dead man. And also these things that came to life after the ginger dead man casted the spell. So yeah, they kill him and throw him into the trash, only for this guy to eat him and get possessed by the ginger dead man. Ooh. Yeah, this is awful. 2 out of 10. Okay. One more, come on. It can't be worse than this one, right?
Well, well, what have we here? Why don't you come on over here and nibble on it for me?
This movie is the most insane thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Okay, buckle up. This is a wild one. So, Ginger Dead Man, Roller Boogie, or Saturday Night Cleaver, it has 2 names again, I don't know why, is about the Ginger Dead Man who has a completely different voice for some reason, and is also the Ginger Dead Man, so I guess the possession at the ending of the second one didn't really matter. He's locked in this facility where this girl wants to try and redeem him, which backfires, because then these guys and gals break in and try to break out all these other foods, including the Ginger Dead Man, which it goes how you would expect. He then proceeds to break out and get a hold of this time thingy, and he uses it to go back into the past. You got all that? Okay, good. He then gets stuck in the 70s and just decides to go on murdering. You know, typical Ginger Dead Man stuff. These kids also get a hold of it and start to time travel. They'll be very important at the end, trust me. While that's going on, there's a skating rink that's having its last night because this woman can't afford it. It is then revealed that this woman actually can afford it, but she's doing it mainly because she hates skating, and it's because, and I can't believe I'm saying this, she was skating on the day of Pearl Harbor and blames herself for it happening. And that's the reason she hates skating. That sounds stupid. No, wait. There's more. This hatred for skating caused her to not let her niece Cherry skate. This woman also possesses telekinesis, by the way. I don't know, check the wiki. She's then inspired by this guy to skate, and she does. Oh yeah, also the Ginger Dead Man's killing people, by the way. It's not really important. They used to have a scuffle. She sees the error of her ways, and she lets her perform this competition that they're having for the last night. She wins the competition, and these guys who were jealous try to pour this liquid on her. They miss and hit this girl, and the Ginger Dead Man, who was the mastermind the entire time, comes down and kills this girl. He goes on a killing spree, and when all hope seems lost, these kids, yeah, I told you the important, come back with people from the past, and they bring Adolf Hitler and Jeffrey Epstein. Oh yeah, and these two, I don't know who they are. To come and beat the Ginger Dead Man, sealing him in a cookie jar, killing him for good. Then they have a happy ending because these two went back in time and stopped the Ginger Dead Man from ever breaking out. With this, everyone goes back to their respective times, even Adolf Hitler. And this woman goes back to Pearl Harbor to stop herself from skating. Yeah, I don't think skating was the problem here. And I guess they just live happily ever after, I guess. First off, no, this isn't a good movie. It's still pretty garbage. But that ending alone saved it from being a 2 out of 10 to a 4 out of 10, which isn't much, but it still was interesting. That was like absolutely insane. I'm absolutely baffled, but okay. So that was the Ginger Dead Man. Not necessarily something I'd recommend to someone, but overall it was okay, I guess. 3 out of 10. I don't know how to end this. I will say it's pretty good though.